moon caught in the swamp. Please subscribe to my channel and support me. One night, while the moon was taking his usual journey across the sky, he looked down at the earth. Just then, he passed over a dark and scary swamp. It was a place no one dared to go at night because everyone in the nearby village knew the swamp was home to swamp goblins. These goblins didn't like people at all. Many who entered the swamp at night were never seen again. But there was one thing the goblins were afraid of: light. On bright full moon nights, they would hide deep underground, and the swamp would become safe to cross. Because of this, the goblins hated the moon, who always lit up the night with his silver glow. The moon didn't understand why the goblins disliked him so much. He never did anything mean to them. So one night, he got curious and decided to come down to earth to meet them. To avoid scaring the goblins with his bright light, he wore a long black coat to hide his glow. Quietly, he stepped into the swamp. But the clever goblins weren't fooled. They noticed the sparkling light shining from under his coat. "That's the moon!" they hissed. Quickly, they surrounded him in the darkest part of the swamp. They tied his coat tightly and rolled a huge stone over him to trap him forever. But someone saw what happened. A man hurrying to fetch a midwife for his wife. He passed by the swamp, and though afraid, witnessed the goblins trapping the moon. After that night, the moon stopped shining. The nights grew darker and scarier. Without moonlight, the goblins began spreading out, and the swamp grew larger and more dangerous. The villagers were frightened and sad. They missed the moon's gentle light. So, led by the man who saw everything, the villagers decided to save the moon. One brave night, they grabbed their biggest lanterns and torches and marched into the swamp together, singing loudly to stay strong. When they reached the big stone, they saw goblins all around it. The goblins howled and blew cold winds to put out the villagers' flames. But the villagers didn't give up. They built a giant fire in the middle of the swamp. The bright flames lit everything up like daytime. The goblins screamed and ran away, unable to bear the light. The villagers lifted the big stone and freed the poor moon. From that day on, the moon loved people dearly. He often smiled down at them from the sky. And guess who notices his smile the most? Children! Thank you for listening.